Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra Bazak. Come to help you leave Islam and decide for yourself. Please do research on your own also. So just checking if I'm live here. Yes, thank you for the like. So now, Kalki last time in my previous live stream asked me a question. What is the world problem? Is Islam this world's problem? What would you say? And what are the problems of Islam? So I've made a note here. I couldn't answer him properly last in my previous live stream, so I'm doing this now to answer him fully and to the best of my abilities right now, as I have prepared a little bit but not much, and this is the best of my abilities but it's not that good. Okay, so many problems with Islam proof from Quran, and I should have also told him last time that if you bear with me here, in the end you'll find out another problem coming up in my previous live stream. Islam has all the ridiculous ayats from Surah Anam. I was showing 2 ridiculous ayats. Now, proof from Quran ayats, just point form. In point form, number 1, Islam is a lie. So I've proven it from Quran ayats that Islam is a lie. So why would you want to follow a lie? Ask yourselves this. And what a lie goes into: injustice, misguidance, and all that. Killing of polytheists. Deceptions, use of it can be seen in the Quran ayat. Slave girls, women's rights problem. Hatred for polytheists, number 5. 6, not a religion of peace but force and threats. Number 7, scientific errors. Number 8, Islam will prevail over other religions, complete intolerance for other religions. The effect is that. Overly violent and harsh in punishments. Number 10, seems like a political and power war against others rather than for the oppressed. 11, contradictions in Quran ayats. 12, against the Quran ayats which state it in detail and explain clearly. Signs of Allah going against themselves. Can you imagine that as a Muslim? I couldn't. Number 13, problem of Prophet Muhammad shown in Quran ayats. Surah Tahrim, Surah Azab, Surah Abasa for the Sunnis, Sunni Muslims, and other non-Shia Muslims. Because the Shia say that in Surah Abasa, it was the Sahaba, not the Prophet himself, frowning at a blind man. So this, and in Surah Azab, many ayats against him. Surah 14, 14 point, negative against believers too. Like I showed you, the evil, you're evil, you'll be, protected, or you're evil, whatever the ayat says. Believers, your ills will be gone, washed away, once you do this and that. 15, a religion of gloom and doom. 16, many errors in the Quran, Islam's main book. It has many errors, you can see. Mishmash, disorderly. 17, hazardous to the intellect and for the unity of humanity and humanity on the whole. Number 18, no freedom of religion or thought, can't criticize and can't leave Islam, punishable by death. So no freedom, compulsion. So we have now, I found More contradictions here in Surah Nur, ayat 46. Verily we have sent down revelations that clearly explain the truth. And it doesn't. There are some ayats, many ayats which don't clearly explain the truth. Allah guides whomsoever He wills to a straight way. No, He hasn't guided you. Because the Quran ayats are not clearly explained explained, right? Surah 24, ayat 53. They swear their strongest oaths by Allah that if only they wouldest command them, if only thou wouldest command them, you would command them, they would leave their homes. Easy English, okay? So I chose Yusuf Ali. On Surah Nur, ayat 53. They swear their strongest oaths by Allah that if only thou would command them, you would command them, O Messenger, they would leave homes, meaning they would leave. They would leave. Say, swear you're not. Obedience is more reasonable. Wow. This is what I would say about Surah Tahrim ayat 1 against the Prophet, your Prophet, and yet you have excuses and all this against him. Shia Sunni was, both of them same. Giving such excuses, it's really terrible. So now your own Allah is saying to you believers, no, that they swear to, and to you believers He's saying that they're swearing their strongest oaths by Allah. That if you, and this is about the hypocrites in Surah Nur ayat 53. Yet, what happens? Allah tells them, no, you don't need to swear. Obedience is more reasonable, right? It's reasonable. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. So, in describing the hypocrites, what they do, they swear their strongest oaths to the Prophet by Allah. If only thou wouldest command them, they would leave. Say, swear not. Swear not. Obedience is reasonable. So in this circumstance, you would say, no, look at it. In Surah Tahrim ayat, Allah Himself swears by the stars, by this, by that, by the darkness that covers the night. Surah Layl. And Zulm He's created, darkness. And He can't explain to you properly which is the good darkness which covers for your rest and all this, and which is the you have to find out through these unclear ayats. Giving tafsirs are needed, right? Giving tafsirs. Allah Himself swears and Prophet Muhammad on oath, prohibiting himself, pleasing his wives. Surah Tahrim, what Allah has made lawful for him, going to please his wife. Surah Tahrim, ayat 1 and 2, again and again and again. Against Surah 24, ayat 53. They swear. So hypocrites, they swear the strongest oaths. You see what the Prophet has done? Again, coming into the category of hypocrites. So please don't give me an ayat from good ayats. I know there are good ayats. No doubt about that. It just makes my thing difficult because hypocrites also do this. It's very, very hard to expose hypocrites, or like covert narcissists, nowadays, or gaslighting. I've learned a lot. Someone can drive you nuts, crazy, through gaslighting. A psycho. How they twist and turn. So please be careful. Now, let me show you what I was looking at, an article from a Muslim, right? Okay, so, there's what is the Islamic teachings on female prisoners of war? Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad. So, Al-Hakam. This is alhakam.org. 14 July 2023. A lady from Germany wrote to Hazrat Amirul Momineen Khalifatul Masih 5, the 5th. What's this VA? I don't know. stating that there is an article, community's websites about, on one of the community's websites about female prisoners of war taken captive during religious wars. And you have justified Hazrat Musleh Maud stated his Tafsir Kabir, moreover, stance induces discomfort among Tabligh context, certain Ahmadis. Oh, now the Ahmadis, I'm trying to help, right? Taking their article, perhaps. In the same vein, another lady wrote out containing the words, "What your right hands possess," expressing her unease. As a woman, she found herself dissatisfied because Islam prohibits adultery. So people don't understand what is this, what your right hands possess. Also, this phase is very difficult to discern, make up. The reality is that you can guess and all this, or just go through it, like go past it without understanding. The reality is that various misconceptions have arisen due to the lack of proper clarification. So Quran is lacking in proper clarification, right? That's why of this issue. It's not you human beings' problem. No, we Muslims didn't get it because we are not that high. Perhaps some guna has happened, sin has happened. We can't get the Quran ayats. So these misconceptions have been addressed by the promised Messiah, Ahmad Mirza of the Ahmadis. His Khulafa have also refuted these misunderstandings from time to time. Primarily, let's go to the point. Islam unequivocally, meaning the justification given here, unequivocally does not permit the capture and enslavement of enemy women simply because they belong to the enemy ranks. The teaching of Islam is that no one can be taken as a captive until an active war is underway. Allah the Exalted proclaims in the Holy Quran, Surah Anfal, verse 68, it does not behove a prophet that he should have captives until he engages in regular fighting in the land that you desire the goods of this world, you believers, despicable. But Allah desires for you the greedy, the hereafter. And Allah is mighty wise. Thus given the precondition of a bloody war. Well, and so where I had to leave. Despite all this, Surah Baqarah, ayat 195, whoso transgresses against you, punish him for his transgression to the extent to which he has transgressed against you. Let's go to Surah Hashr, ayat 2. When did the Yathrib people break homes of the believers? Tell me. So now, leave it. You see? How? It's amazing how these people justify it. So, leave that. Come here. Come back. Zahra. Fairly, we have sent down. Okay, so I read this. 53 also, they swear you not obedience is more reasonable, right? So, wait for Prophet Muhammad, wait for the Wahi revelation to come before you act or react and prohibit yourself what Allah has made lawful for you, seeking to please your wives. Another ayat I found against Surah Tahrim, him, Prophet Muhammad. Surah Nur, ayat 53. Now let's go to Surah Nur, ayat 54. Says, obey Allah and obey the Messenger, but if you turn away, then He is only responsible what duty He has made to carry, and you are responsible for whatever duty you are made to carry. And then you see killing and all this in Surah Tawbah, Surah Hashr, it's exiled. Killed, some of you killed, and properties taken, and my home taken, and broken homes taken, and cut trees, and this and that. You are made to carry, but for if you obey, but here it says He's only responsible to deliver you the message, right? It's just very unclear. Obey Allah and obey the Messenger. But if you turn away, then he is only responsible for what duty he has made to carry. He has been given to carry out. You get it? The Messenger. What a joke. You will be guided while there only. For if you obey him, you will be guided. Surah Tahrim. He himself went in misguidance, prohibiting himself, disobeying the command of Allah, also pleasing his wives against Allah, pleasing Allah first. There's someone who sells his soul for the pleasure of Allah, seeking the pleasure of Allah, seeking to please Allah. He can't be like that even, that man. And while the only responsibility of the messenger is evident proclamation, not to force people. So some of the Ismailis also must have been confused and like this ayats, giving excuses, justification for those ayats where you killed. No, let us correct it. Surah Nur ayat 50. Is there sickness in their hearts? Or have they doubted, these hypocrites? Or do they fear that Allah may oppress them? Of course they fear that. Look at the oppression. Or that his messenger may do so too. Oh, yes. Before we deface your faces, believe in this. It's confirming what is in your books against the Jews and Christians and Ahl Kitab, whoever they are. In fact, they themselves are the unjust. No, they are not. Who is unjust? You see? So what? Islam is unjust. Surah 33, ayat 60 to 62, the way of Sunnah of Allah. Massacre them, the complete massacring. Is there sickness in their hearts, diseased hearts, hypocrites? Massacre them. Is this not oppression by Allah? Where else has Allah not oppressed them? Surah Hashur? Surah Tawbah? Ask yourselves. Then we go to Surah Nur ayat 56, and establishing the prayer and bring the purifying charity to whom. Or it's the way it's written, translated by Father Solomon, Bridges translation. Purifying, bring the purifying charity. Sometimes if he's alive, give it to him. He will purify you, pray for you. Take alms out of your wealth. Take alms out of their wealth for them. And obey the messenger. You're giving him wealth so he can fight. He can get stronger, and then kill the polytheists in Surah Tawbah, as it's stated. And obey the messenger, that you may be granted mercy now. Right. So Zainab bin Josh obeyed the messenger, forced marriage to Zaid. That's a little bit of tafsir, but even if not, if I don't give the tafsir, Zaid had to divorce Zainab, his wife. Surah Azab ayat 37. And look at the reasons you are given. You see, and those reasons you take, your pattern of thinking has been distorted to defend him. It's for the, now it's made easy since he has, he married the divorced wife. Said, it's made easy for you believers. The Arabic word used is zakat and denotes purification and growth. Yeah, give zakat, prayer and all this, and you will be granted mercy. Obey the messenger also. Right. So then what happens? What is this? Zalimun. Okay, I've done something wrong where. Surah 24, ayat 51. However, the response of the believers when they are called to Allah and His Messenger in order to judge between them has always been to say, we have heard and obeyed. For those are the successful. Surah Nur ayat 51. How are they successful? You are promised success, right? Zainab and Zaid are very successful. Surah Azab ayat 36 to 37. Obey. When Allah and the Messenger have decided a matter, you have no choice in it, believers. men and women, very successful. Power and succession over disbelievers. Surah Nur Ayat 55. Allah has promised to those among you who believe and work righteous deeds that He will of a surety grant them in the land inheritance of power, meaning as He granted it to those before them. Very well put, Yusuf Ali. That He will establish in authority their religion, the one which He has chosen for them, and that He will change the state after the fear in which they lived. Oh, poor you lived in fear. To the one of security and peace. See how he's this gaslighter. They will work how he uses Allah, and you will get security, peace. Yes, yes. Throw away, kill all the polytheists. Throw out. They will worship me and not associate aught with me. See, kill all the polytheists. Ghazwa Hind karo, India mein, Bharat mein. Do Ghazwa Hind. If any do reject faith after this, they are the rebellious and wicked. So I think, where did I get? Fi qulub, it's from the heart. Is there? Qulub, right? It's hard. Let's see why I put this transliteration here under Surah. Shouldn't be there. Anyways, yeah. So they will worship me alone and do reject. They are rebellious and wicked, zalimun. I think the transliteration of Allah has promised to those among you who believe work. You see, Shias are waiting for Imam Mahdi to do this. That's okay, we'll see from the Shias until Imam Mahdi comes. Sunnis, I don't know anyone, any Muslim can take this. We want security from these Ahl Kitab and all these disbelievers because they are wicked, they are rebellious. They don't even follow the faith properly. Jews and Christians. If they did, Jews would have killed Makkans in polytheists. Makkans of polytheistic Makkans. So you say Jews and Christians don't follow their religion properly. But if you Muslims follow your religion properly, Allah will establish, make you successors, khalifas. And then the works. So the promise of Allah is certainly true. Who said religion, Islam is personal? Right, we were told that Islam, keep it personal. Don't step on other people's foot. Even Sunnis, we never used to do that as Shias. Surah 4, Ayat 122, the clear Quran translation. And those who believe and do good, we will soon admit them into gardens under which rivers flow, to stay there forever and ever. Allah's promise is always true. And whose word is more truthful than Allah's. Now, if you as a Muslim find out that Allah's word is not true, like I have been showing you, what would you do? I did the same thing. Leave Islam. Because it's not the true Allah. You see, Allah's word is always true. Allah always speaks the truth, whereas this messenger is shy of speaking the truth. Surah Zabat. Surah 25:57. Never think that so they could take this ayat. Allah's promise is always true. Some Muslims can say, we will inherit the land, we will be successors, khalifas, we are the leaders of Islam, we are Muslims, and some of the Muslims become leaders. It's their responsibility now. From fear, give security. Allah will take you out of fear into security. And, He's chosen this. It's there. Of course, if you look at this ayat, then if you don't take the Shia side, that Imam Mahdi is the one who would take here it says Khalifa. But whatever it is, you can look at this. Maybe if you try to correct me really, which thinking are you going to, pattern of thinking? Shia, Sunni, Muslim, Quran only, tafsirs. Sirat Muhammad Nabi. The promise of Allah is certainly true. So, Surah 4, Ayat 122. The clear, and those, so this, the promise of Allah is true. 20, Surah Nur again, Ayat 57. Never think that the unbelievers are going to frustrate Allah's plan on earth. Yeah, never even think that. On earth, the abode is the fire, and it is indeed an evil refuge. Unbelievers, evil. So we Shia say, let Allah deal with them. God knows, before they die, they can proclaim Islam, their Shahada. We never know, so we should not be hurting the unbelievers. Shias are sadly mistaken. Now, your believers, sorry, I forgot this thing. What do you call that? Slaves, children. Like in the slaves, I've put after this S. After the S of the believers, I should have put that. What is this now? Look. What I found in Surah Nur ayat 58. Believers, at 3 times let those whom your right hands possess and those of your children. Believers' children? Right? It should be. Who have not yet reached puberty, ask leave of you before entering your quarters. But look what the Sunnis say, it goes for us. Children. So Sunnis say footnote 2 on that. Reach puberty. Quran.com. Abul Alam Ududi. All jurists agree that the commandment given in this verse is applicable both to the minor and to the grown-up slaves. What? Minor slaves, children slaves. Children, minor. You've got slaves, children, minor slaves. Abul Alam Ududi himself would not. Under Surah Nur ayat 58 in Quran.com, your website. Violation of one's privacy by his children is as undesirable as by his female slaves. Violation. Okay, so this is the great etiquette. So anyways, look at this because, you believe, let those, that's why English translation Yusuf Ali too I had to take. Oh, you believe, let those whom your right hands possess and the children and the among you who have not come of age ask your permission before they come to your presence. See the difference. Now what would the Shias, so if I had taken your children, it would be the believers' children. But it's this, what you, you believe. So Surah 24, Ayat 58, Shakir's translation, oh you believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and those of you who have not attained to puberty ask permission of you 3 times. Now, these, who are they? These children. Akamedipuya says, the 3 occasions refer to the usual hours during which people want to avail the blessings of privacy, even for a domestic servant or a child. Domestic servant. Even for a domestic. So what your right hands possess is your domestic servant, whom you use for sex, pleasure, mota. Because here it says, oh, you believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and those of you who have not attained puberty ask permission of you 3 times before the morning prayer, and when you put off your clothes at midday in summer, and after the prayer of the nightfall. These are 3 times of privacy for you. Neither is it a sin for you nor for them besides these. Some of you must go round about waiting upon others. Thus does Allah make clear to you the communications, and Allah is knowing wise. Look at the mistranslations and meanings of the Quran ayat. Aka Medipuya doesn't say what the Sunnis say here directly about this verse, that what I wanted to know is what your right hands possess and those of your children, believers' children. No. All jurists agree that the commandment given in this verse is applicable. So you had minor slaves at that time? Applicable both to the minor and to the grown-up whom? Slaves. So you see this one coming here and that one scam shaman and before and another one that I had to ban. Oh, so is it minor slaves? Meaning, what does this ayat mean actually? Akamadi Puya doesn't mention minor slaves. So now you see Imam Hussein, Shias, come here, you might want to hate me for this. 3 occasions. Sakina bint Hussein in Yazid's palace. Islam is our biggest problem, you see. Why did Yazid do this? Do you think Yazid had a stone heart like Prophet Muhammad? Oh, Yazid did this because the women children expelled from Yathrib, their father's male family killed, right? I suppose that the human mind can only stand so much grief and anguish. After that, the fuses blow. So my mind was blowing. I was getting a slight headache, like it was getting heavy. Something was happening to it. Finn, Mr. God this Anna by Finn, this quote from. I suppose that the human mind, right? So you see what Sakina bint Hussein and Yazid's palace, maybe Yazid was showing you that, no, Prophet Muhammad did all those things in Yathrib, to the polytheists also in Makkah. And the children he did not spare. He must have made captives. And you are still crying for Sakina bint Hussein. Shias, you are still mourning. The oppressor and their children. So if Yazid, I'm not condoning, but just imagine if you were there and you had seen what Prophet Muhammad, using Allah, did to the Yathrib people, Surah Hashar ayats, and then Surah Tawbah ayats, and then Surah Ahzab ayats. Find them accursed wherever they are found, killed. Surah Ahzab ayat 60. Those, so if this says, let me do justice to it. This ayat which says, are they afraid? Of course. Is there sickness in their hearts? But no, they themselves are unjust. Oh, so this ayat, transliteration. Sorry, I just need to correct this before I, lose. Oh no, I might forget. Anyways, doesn't matter, but yeah, I think this ayat goes under that, right? I have to cut this. Let it be enough. So you see, they become, are they the unjust zalim? No, I'm telling you, I'm showing you. Is this, that this prophet is a zalim. You have minor slaves. So the end ayat was the best to give you. O you believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and those of you who have not attained to puberty, along with what your right hands possess, who are these people? Who can tell me? Which Muslim is going to come here with what tafsir and tell me? So, back to this also, back again. Surah Nur ayat 46. Verily we have sent down revelations that clearly explain the truth. I did not find that in some Quran ayats. Allah guides whomsoever He wills to a straight way. See how He's tried to, anyone can take Some people can take it that your slaves, your minor slaves, and their children, those of you who have not attained to puberty. Let's go to Surah 24, ayat 58. Akka Medipuya doesn't say minor slaves on this, but let's go see. Oh God, 58. He will make you successors, establish this religion, grant mercy if you obey Allah's messenger. Those who have denied can thwart on earth. Never think that those who have denied can thwart God on earth, for their shelter is the fire, yes, evil refuge. Let's see. Surah 24 at 58. O you who believe, let ask your permission those whom possess your right hands. They should ask your permission, and those who not have reached puberty, children among you, also ask your permission at three times, before the prayer of dawn and when you put aside your garments at noon and after you put aside your garments. Yani you go naked? What garments? Outer not out, like you put aside. You go naked at noon and after the prayer of night you put aside your garments. And these times of privacy are for you, not on you and not on them. Any blame after that moving about among you. Some of you, so who are these? Your own. I have found one footnote on this, right, by Abul Ala Maududi. Not even by Yusuf Ali, but here, the ones I've chosen translations, so children. According to the majority of commentators and jurists, this refers to both. How does Abul Ala Maududi know this? But what can I do? Because it's so obscure, it's unclear. According to the majority of commentators and jurists, your own commentators and jurists, Muslims, this refers to both male and female slaves. Male and female slaves. Now some Muslim, like a fringe, coming and saying, no. But please admit that yes, majority of our commentators and jurists were scam shaman. That's why I want to ask which is he Sunni? What is he? Quran only? I can't understand what this means unless I read the tafsir, footnotes, explanations. Ibn Umar and Mujahid, however, have expressed opinion that it refers to the male slaves only. But in view of the commandment that follows, there appears to be no reason for making this distinction. Violation of one's privacy by his children is as undesirable as by his female slaves. By his children is as undesirable as by female slaves. And now the bomb blast. It's like all jurists agree that the commandment given in this verse is applicable both to minor and to grown-up slaves. Now some Muslim will come here and say, no, you are wrong. You see how they say it. It's me who's wrong, or I'm reading your Abul Ala Maududi footnote here. How you people come and try to justify making us wrong. Come on, you have conflicts in this Muslim, Shia, Sunni, Ismailis, Bori Shias, And the Sunnis think you are the only people who are Muslims, true Muslims. Well, then look at this. All jurists agree that the commandment given in this verse is applicable both to the minor. What is minor, you know? You know what is minor? Children. And to the grown up, what? Slaves. Right? Then don't come here and blaming us. Islam is full of problems and conflicts and difference of opinion and translations. Opinion? Your opinion should not count here. Your jurists cannot make out fully, like a majority of the Muslim Sunni jurists, you should say jurists, or all jurists of Islam. Like you bring Ismailis in this, you don't even consider Ahmadis, Ismailis Muslims. These are many problems like this. You are dividing people of this religion. So you're talking about your jurists, your Islamic jurists, or what? All jurists, like Western jurists, about the Quran. If they read this, all jurists will agree. You would say this. So look at the way it's put. It's not precise. We were told Islam is such a thing like the like the earth spins on its axis. Just a miss agar 0.00001 gone. So it's on that justice, bilqist. We can't afford these kind of things. Having various opinions, all jurists agree, but then Aka Medipoya doesn't even mention that this kind of a thing, that minor and to the grown-up slaves. And God knows who. So you see, the Quran is not clear. You want to do mental gymnastics, you want to study deeper, but the conflict remains. Even when there was one Quran, and even when God has said, Surah Nur, right? Ayat 46, verily we have sent down revelations that clearly explain the truth. We have sent down revelations, meaning in this Quran, only this Quran, only Quran only. So some take this and say only Quran. We can't even take because God knows what jurists. You see so many problems in this. Allah guides whomsoever He wills to a straight path, straight way. You will not be guided. Can I be guided? Can I understand? Is there a reconciliation? Can there be a reconciliation between Sunnis, Shias, different schools of thought? And no, there are differences, and which breed a lot of hatred for each other, even Muslims breed. I've lived in Pakistan, I know, and I've heard what the Sunnis say, some of them, and how false rumors have been spread. So please see this world. And however, the Kalki Avtar brother started with also that the world problem, do you think, and I gave him an answer, is it Islam? I said that partially it's politics also. Okay, there are people who are cruel and this and that, right, and want power and don't want others to come up. But you see, the politics in this started, I can tell you, from the onset. We were told hypocrites, Sahabas. You see, even Surah Nur, never think that the unbelievers, no. So, no, sorry, wait, first let me not cut myself off here. So, Islam is our biggest problem. It's one of the biggest religious problem we have here. If you could see, I saw, right? Which I have been showing you, Islam is a lie, killing of polytheists, when, okay, broke treaties, but even as a Shia, like going, finding them, killing them, isn't there a way to just what Yazid did? Okay, Yazid killed Imam Hussein and about 72 of the Banu Hashim. And then he made them captives, paraded them. I took them from Karbala without mourning, maybe one night of mourning, 2 nights of. So what is Yazid Okay, killed them, took them captives, didn't marry them, didn't make them slaves, kept them captives for 2 years, we're told, and then returned them back to Medina. Didn't have sex slaves of them. Prophet Muhammad's all, and the children of Hussein. So, what Yazid must have seen from here, I'm thinking, ऐसे ही नहीं कोई ऐसे तो ऐसे ही हुआ है कि ये प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ने Prophet Muhammad wanted name, fame, and success, and using Allah. Yazid, I feel, was a reaction to his zulm against the Yathrib, the polytheists. Zulm. You see, and God even says, so there's a hint here that they may be fearing Allah. That's right, and it's justified. And then kill these people who are diseased hearts in Surah Azab. So never think that the unbelievers are good. Believers, is there sickness in their hearts? Now, would you say I have sickness in my heart because I pointed out that this religion is, or have they doubted? Why did my doubts come up? Or do they fear that Allah may oppress them? Allah, gone cases. Surah Azab, ayat tells us. 60 to 61. And then this is the way of Allah. This is not oppression by Allah. Again, you can make them captives, but accursed wherever they are found, killed, massacred. Have you thought of children, women, their children? Okay, they have diseased hearts, or they have doubted, or do they fear that Allah may oppress them? Yeah, there is oppression, right? Coercion. If you don't accept this religion, you get killed. In Makkah, polytheists got killed. In Yathrib, if you oppose Allah and the Messenger, you get killed. And opposition is has a wide connotation, wide meaning. You can just oppose him by resisting him. Resisting, no, I don't want to hear. I've heard it. Thank you. I start to doubt it. I can't believe you. You get it? Because you yourself have failed, and this is why I'm here as an ex-Muslim, ex-Shia, because I've seen he's the one who fails and then tells the believers, you are disbelievers and against this. And not only that, but breaking houses, Surah Hashra, Surah Tawbah, Surah Ahzab ayat 60 to 62, you can see, and he says this is the sunnah of Allah to do this. Wherever you find the disease, see, is there sickness in their hearts, diseased heart, or have they doubted? Or do they fear that Allah may oppress them? How can Allah oppress them? You see, this Allah cannot be true. A true religion, a true Allah, allows the others to have open mind. Sit down, talk properly, talk to them, show them. If they don't, let them go their way. You created that deep hypocrisy, because if you're forcing them and it's not properly done, the Quran ayats, right? Gently showing them there's a good darkness, there's a bad darkness, obscure and mishmash and crook. It's not clear. One is Ismailis are taking it like this, 12 Shias are taking it like that, Sunni Muslims are taking it like God knows another way, only Quran Muslims are taking it another way. And don't deny there was in Sunnis, like, do not call yourself anything but Muslim. Not Shia, not this. Come on, this. I have heard this. Now, don't try to cover it up, right? Kufr nahi karo. Lies, covering up. So all this, is it? And of course, or do they fear Allah may oppress them? Is there a question of any fear that Allah may oppress them? Yes, there has been. Also, before Allah defaces your faces, obliterates your faces. So certainly there is, right? For the Ahle Kitab, there's a thing for fear against this Allah. There is a question coming up from Quran ayats. Or that his messenger may do so. Yes. You did not throw, but Allah threw. And also against the Yathrib people, he should have left Yathrib. It's not his city of birth. Instead of forcing them and making it Medina, this is not his father's city or his city. Allah's city? When did Allah say Yathrib is my city? Huh? Must have, from Adam's time? Huh? Oh my God, you people. So you're saying it's okay? Oh, they broke treaties. But I've explained that in detail, but right now, suppose even if they broke treaties, what should you do? Should you expel them from Makkah and kill them wherever you find them? Wait in ambush, this, that? No. Put them in jail. Captives, as captives. But no, this prophet will not have captives. You see how clever he is. Unless he has warred on land. You see, oh my God. Can you see it? Can you see it? That ayat in Surah, where is it? Where? This site is given. So he will not have captives, but kill them wherever you find them. Even the ones who have diseased hearts and hypocrites now. In Surah Azab, we are told. It does not behove, Surah Anfal, ayat 68. It does not behove a prophet that he should have captives. Better to have captives, like those, take those diseased hearts in Surah Azab, make them captives. Right? So this is all wrong, and look at how nicely they've put it. That no, he will not have captives until on this they apply this ayat. But what a female prisoners of war, right? Females also fighting him and this and that. And then they bring this ayat, Surah Anfal ayat 68. But you will not bring it for this, right? So for this, it's better, this ayat, right? How, it's better to have cap. And there's no war here. Please see this. Let me take you. Right? Now, where do I take you? You know where I'm taking you? To Surah. So it would have been better unless he has warred on land. Okay, look at this. Now we take it on, take this ayat, Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61, right? So wouldn't it have been better? Now you can see how these, they are meant, they are in that ayat, right? Do they have a disease in their hearts, or do they have doubts that Allah is the oppressor? Telling you, right? If the hypocrites and those with sickness in their hearts and rumor-mongers in Medina do not desist, we will certainly incite you against them. Who is warring now? Who is warring? Who is starting the war? Ismailis also come and see. Against them, and then they will not be your neighbors. They are there any longer. So where? Yathrib, right? In the city, Medina. Please see this. Now it's in Medina. Now it's clearing up or first he cleared up Medina and then he went to Makkah, or what? Or after going to Makkah, then he came back to Yathrib. See Medina, Medina. See Medina, right? Medina, Yathrib he made. Changed the name to Medina. Jews' city at that time. They deserved to be condemned. If they were to persist, they would get themselves seized and killed relentlessly. Yeah? So, they will have a curse on them wherever they are found. They shall be seized and slain without mercy. So please, if you say, no, they did not obey him. But Zainab bin Josh and Zaid obeyed what failed marriage. A curse where they are found. They should be captured. Come on, this capturing after being found, a curse, wherever they are found, they should be captured. Now you can make them captives, you have overpowered them. Put them in your jail. Don't do this. No. Big no. Relentlessly killed outright. So what is good? Yazid taking some of them captives because he had to, because his nana, because Imam Hussein, not his nana, because Imam, see. So what I'm trying to tell you, I hope you understand, give me eloquence, articulate. And so this, right? So then what happens is that you bring the female captives about for you, you bring this ayat. But think about Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61. It does not behove a prophet. So this is that he should have captives. Oh. You know how, do you see what I'm seeing? Oh, until he has word. This is not good. But how you've used this. So, sorry, I need a break. My head. So it's better to have captives than to kill them. Surah, take this ayat in the light of Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61, right? Also, you don't do that. Some of you, even the Ahmadis don't do this. Is this for sure, yeah? Article from the Ahmadis. So it's made my blood boil. Oh, see, for war prisoners, your mind works like Satan to defend this false prophet. Even if Ahmadis, Ahmadis, right? And they've been in Pakistan, elsewhere, persecuted, killed. So sorry. Okay, thank you very much. I have to take a break here. Any questions anyways before I go? No? Thank you very much. So please leave Islam. It's a world problem. Islam is a big problem. And you see the politics of this. You see how he's made... so it's not only that the Americans have come and done this to us. The American government is bad and the Jews are bad, but also he is. And Shias. So for the Sunnis, I'll just say the calamity of Thursday. The calamity. So what happened on his deathbed? Umar said he's still... You see, and no, the Saqifa. Sorry, Saqifa. This is what I wanted to show you. At Saqifa, what happened? So political, this is religion. This is what he's taught his Sahabas to do. The Saqifa of the Banu Saida clan refers to the location of an event in early Islam where some of the companions of the Islamic Prophet Muhammad pledged their allegiance to Abu Bakr as the first caliph and successor to Muhammad shortly after his death. The Saqifa meeting is among the most controversial events in early Islam. Did the Jews do this? Now you see, some Sunnis blame the Shias, Ibn Saba. They were from the Jewish. Notably, Ali and his family. This that you can read. All this politics has come in. This is a political power. So I don't agree with the Shias, I don't agree with the Sunnis. What I see here, even if Ali became the Imam, successor, power hungry, name hungry, fame hungry, all this. And then you can watch the Khilafat series of Zafar Heretic. Ex-Muslim, Zafar Heretic. See, successor to Muhammad shortly after, they start to have these problems. Not because Abu Bakr was greedy. Maybe Surah Baqarah, Abu Bakr must be very rich. First he got Khadija, Prophet Muhammad. Then he gets Abu Bakr. Caliph. So see, Sunnis, how clear is this? Is it clear that Abu Bakr should become the first caliph? Madlang says something else. Ibn Ishaq, Tabari, Baladari, Masudi. No, Islam is the religion. And Shias, I wouldn't blame Abu Bakr, Umar bin Khattab at this time. Before them all, he's the culprit. Prophet Muhammad is the culprit. And thus his Islam is our biggest problem since that time. Not because the Jews were there. He overpowered, he conquered the Jews, threw them out, killed some, you took some. Another ayat from Surah Hashar, about Surah Hashar, the Hashar of the exile. Right? Breaking of houses and all this. Sorry, you come up with you give me one good verse and everything, I won't take that. That's completely out of question. So if you're going to say Shia, Sakina bint Hussain, find out. Maybe read the Sunni now. Everything is available for free. All this. All jurists agree that the commandment given in this verse is applicable both to the minor and to the grown-up slaves. And now Scam Shaman, or who was it, was saying these are honorable servants of the believers. So, my goodness. So, do your research. Again, go through it as much as you like. How long is this? Take time. 1 hour ago. I have to go now. This gets I don't know what happens. I take a long time. Yeah, because I'm not articulate. I'm slow, chasing after goodness. Slow in explaining also. Very slow. So, thank you so much for bearing with me. Please make it freedom. Free for people to choose their religion, criticize on the basis of proof, evidence. Not just like that. We're not enemies. Okay? Sunnis, when you take Shia's enemies, I wasn't your enemy. I loved you. Right? I cared for you. So I'm not your enemy. Just because I get angry, shout and this and that doesn't mean I'm your enemy. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Keep it free and go to heights where freely, without, may you be secure, safe. Go to the darkness and see the beauty of this darkness also. Not have to be scared of this and that and all. And, conquer the world. Islam is. Okay? Just leave the world alone, please. Let them be. We have to answer for ourselves, right? So here, Surah Nur. Anyways, this Surah Nur has put it like this, but it's really another thing. So you have to answer for yourself, O Messenger, this in Surah Nur. And we have answer for ourselves. You are not responsible of the it's only evident proclamation. This is such a hypocritical ayat. Say, Surah Nur ayat 54. Say, obey Allah and obey the Messenger. This is a command. But if you turn away, then he only is responsible for what is your duty. Like the Shias would heavily be on this ayat. No. And they can't get it. I was telling an Ismaili, he couldn't get it. This brother of Ismaili brother. Baba Muhammad and Ali fought aggressive wars, even killed without taking captives. First they killed. Surah Azab ayat 60. So Shias rely heavily on this. Oh, look what Allah is saying. Obey Allah and obey the Messenger. But if you turn away, then he only is responsible for what duty he has made to carry, and you are responsible for whatever duty you are made to carry. For if you obey him, you will be guided. Well, the only responsibility of the Messenger is evident proclamation. The only responsibility. Right. God. Look at the other ayats. Allah is telling them, the Ahle Kitab, believe in this which confirms what's in your books. Former books, right? In your books, before we obliterate your faces. So of course these poor in the sickness in their hearts, or have they doubted? Or do they fear that Allah will oppress them? What a joke, wicked one, very wicked. See it and leave it. Thank you so much. After seeing it, which I'm showing you, what I'm showing through the Quran is mostly. And mostly we've reached through the Quran ayats that this is a false religion and a very dangerous one. And it can be taken like this and like that and like Islamists, and Islamists could take it properly. Not waiting for Imam Mahdi like the Shias are. To establish justice, meaning Islam, and to give a choice to those who talk against it and want to stay away from it? No, I don't think so. Even if the commentaries say yes, it goes against the Quran ayats. Thank you very much. I will leave now with you. Hope to leave you with a beautiful life, freedom of thought, freedom of everything too. But this freedom gives you integrity. This is the true freedom. The true freedom, in this true freedom, when you get freedom of speech, you value it. You don't thwart it. So human development, this freedom we have given you, the West have given us, or whoever has given us, the countries from the Western side and European side. This is really unending salutations to you. Freedom. To choose our religion, to leave our religion. Freedom. Open mind, without being killed. Look into the book. No freedom of religion or thought. Islam doesn't give any freedom of religion or thought. Can't criticize, can't leave, punishable by death. You see, the Europeans know the freedom. If most of them, they've given you the freedom. Like you can talk against a European president even, a queen even. Is it punishable by death? You can talk, destroying peace. Yes. And then they need to talk. The queen needs to come out and talk. Not kill you people. Right? No. If even Europe does that, it's not abiding by the freedom. Let people criticize you, whatever, but those who really know the integrity, this thing has freedom of thought, freedom to seek your truth. The, is it universal truth? What is this? Is, like that. And not be afraid to voice, share, show, not for showing off, but for helping people. Okay? Beneficial, what is beneficial to people, and what is not beneficial for you. Like that. That's why. I'm showing. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Growing in beauty and wonder always. And blessings to you, your house, your family members, meaning your household, your country, all your loved ones.